camera. What did I just do? What is all of this stuff? Let me see. Create a show. Y'all, let me show y'all. Well, hi, Raven. Let me show you what I've been, my recent new obsession, raspberries. I didn't like raspberries before. As soon as I get on live, people want to text the one phone. People want to text the one phone I'm on live with. God, it's so cold. Oh, thank you, Raven. Why I feel like I know you, Raven Miller. I feel like I've met somebody. Maybe in my class or something. No, I'm getting tired about when it comes to fruit. It's like how they get bruised so quickly. How they get bruised so quickly. Strawberries, blueberries, it's so annoying. Like, I feel like they need to create better packaging for these things. Blackberry, well, blackberry's not that bad. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I went to Atlanta. I went. Let's see if I can. Okay, hold on. I gotta fix this. Is that better? There we go. Is that better? I feel like the words are blocking me. I don't know how it looks on other people in. There we go. Cause I'm laying. I no more. No, those are blueberries. Blueberries and raspberries. I could never. I don't think I ever could get into pistachios. Such a that type of nut is the type of nut that like you got good credit. Y'all know how y'all was trying to talk about my pancakes. They were saying I made white people pancakes. That's what I think of pistachio. Like you got a good 401k if you eat pistachios. I'm eating sunflower seeds. Oh, I love sunflower seeds. It's just so much sodium in it. I used to love them as a kid. Y'all know I played softball. I played first base for 4 years. Not that that mean anything about sunflower seeds, but yeah. They like to like my coach used to tell us, you know how people assume like baseball players eat sunflower seeds. My coach used to tell us, he was like, please don't be eating no sunflower seeds. I do not want y'all choking on those sunflower seeds because the ball get hit your way. No, and no, I'm not from Detroit. I'm not. I am from Chicago. I live here. I pay my rent here. My birth certificate says Chicago. It'd be so funny when people be asking me that because I feel like I don't make that much content in Detroit. Like, yes, I'll make for every 4 to 5 Chicago videos, I'll make one Detroit video, and people will be like, "You from Detroit?" I'm like, "What do you think I was doing in Chicago?" I'm still stuck on Taki's flavored sour. Ooh, ugh. Every time I look at Takis, I just be wondering, like, but you know what? This is what the older people thought about us, like the stuff we was eating. Because every time I walk past them in the store, like I be seeing like they have blue ones or something, blue Takis. And I'm just like, who's eating? I'm assuming it's kids that's eating this. I'm assuming it's kids, but mm-mm, mm-mm. It just, mm-mm. They got zombie Takis. And so what are Takis like a corn chip? Is it what is this? Like a Dorito, right? A Dorito is technically a fried corn tortilla flavored chip, right? Is that what a Taki is? Or is it a puff? Like a Cheeto puff? You ever look at the bottom of the bag and you see exactly what the chip is? I love eating blue Takis with cheese dip. Oh my God, I'm 29. My son gave me them. Oh my God, that don't make your stomach hurt. Don't make your stomach hurt. Do a video on it. I ain't eating that shit. But you will eat rice out of a bag. My first time I saw you on live, yes. I said I was gonna get on live for a few minutes because I've been avoiding my YouTube. And I just know, I just feel like my life is headed into a really good place, but it's headed into the place where I feel like I'm gonna say, why didn't I do that all along? Like I need to start something, be consistent in it, and so it can pay off. So I can be like, why didn't I do that all along? And one of those things is to start like more with my long form content. Start before, and so I'm like, whatever following that I have on YouTube, I don't never wanted to let it because I really want to drive because long-term content. I just saw this post, and I just saw this post, and then I wrote a post about the post that I saw, and I was saying I don't understand how people be having followings and they just be saying they just forget about them, and I just be like, maybe because I'm at I came in at this like golden age of social media. People like, yeah, I built a following 10 years ago. I was making decent money. The videos was getting good views and it just stopped. Like nothing could ever stop that. I'm sorry. Every time I try to make a YouTube video, I start stuttering and shit. Same. Y'all watch my shorts. You don't watch my videos. You know how hard it is to crack 1,000 views on my videos? You watch my shorts. Shorts don't pay me nothing. They pay me a couple dollars. Shorts take care of a dinner or two. Like when I get my little YouTube short check, it might take care of a nice dinner outing. But yeah, I'm trying to get into long form, but I'd be like, dang, I need to start doing stuff. I need to figure out how to make long form to because you know what? Food is starting to become like the center. Like I still travel a lot, but you gotta understand, like I travel like once a month, but I can't be making no TikToks. So I mean, I can't be making no long form off no one travel a month. I need something that I can like consistently make content on. Okay, y'all add me in live. Like the show. Yeah, probably the shorts. I need to but then I need to post the shit. I got videos, but I need to actually post them. But then I'm like, man, something about editing a long ass video. Oh my gosh. Ready for restaurant week? Yes. So y'all know my birthday. My birthday is next week. It's at technically the end of next week. It's technically 2 weeks, technically 2 weeks. But I leave for my birthday trip at the end of next week. So and then next week I'm gonna be filled with like doing stuff to prepare for my birthday. But I am gonna sneak in one restaurant. They bet not do me wrong. Y'all know I don't like restaurant week in Chicago because it's just an excuse for restaurants to get people through the door and serve them cheap food. So yes, I don't really like restaurant week, but I did pick a restaurant. I did pick a restaurant. I think I picked Mahari. So I'm gonna try to get in there one day next week before like, yeah, before I leave. And then I'm gone for like almost a week for my birthday trip. And then when I come back, I'm gonna try to do another one because that's all I got. That's all like, yeah. Restaurant week is trash, basically. It's not restaurant week, it's these restaurants. And you know what? It's really Chicago. I blame everything. Chicago just, we us. You know what? I talk a lot of shit, but at the end of the day, that's what make us great. That's what make us us. Is it annoying? Yes. Am I gonna talk shit? Yes. Am I gonna support? No. I'm still gonna talk shit. I still am fully understanding that that's just the culture we cultivate, and that's just what it's gonna be. I'm my better. When is your birthday? February 1st. How many followers do you need to get decent money? Followers don't mean nothing. You need views. I can have as long as I'm monetized and the videos showing to people. In the video showing to people, then yeah, followers don't mean nothing. The more and more followers I get, the less views on the videos I be getting. I was gonna come to H-Town Restaurant Week. I don't, you know what? I'm not a Restaurant Week type person. I don't have to come on Restaurant Week. Give me a good recommendation. I'll come on a what you call it? I'll come on a regular day. How many views? It depends. So like I've been trying to upload more consistently, and I've been noticing like it's like $3 per thousand views, which is which is really really good. But I also seen a video that I got that it only got like 1,000 views, and it's like $7 per thousand views, which is again really really good. That's how money is made on social media, at least from like just performance. I know it's other ways, people they got like affiliate links and stuff. They got like an affiliate program on YouTube. It's called YouTube Shopping that they put on, and I'm like, I don't know how to work that. Like, I don't know how to work that. They be like, link the stuff that's in your videos, and then people click on it, they can buy it. And I'm just like, it don't be nothing in my videos but me eating. I saw your ATL chicken too. It was good. It was a fun time. And I'm trying to replicate that same thing in Baltimore next month. I'm trying to find a way. I'm trying to find like a day to go to Baltimore. I want to do just one day because you know what? I'm saying one day because y'all know y'all be seeing these videos with all these like influencers. They be going places one day. Yeah, that's because I don't mind a hotel. I don't even mind like a rental car. But you know what I do be mad? It's like when I be having to pay somebody to watch my dog. That'd be the fee that pissed me off. And I be getting nervous because I don't know. My dog, she a little special. 1,000 views per $7. Yes, it's depending on what type of video you make though. So like I've been noticing like the food videos was a little bit cheaper. Like I uploaded, like even the last one I uploaded, which was like a longer version of me trying a spicy bowl, that was only $3 per 1,000 views. But then I don't know, it was one about my couch. One about I know I got this old video from like what 2023. And it's a long form video. It's not a short. It's not a short, and that one was like $7 per 1,000 views, which is really good. Because think about it, you like 20,000 views. What's that? This is decent money, and that's like low. Some people get 100,000 views, 200,000 views. The chicken looked good in ATL. Did you do Detroit? No, I mean, I'm not like when I do these little one day thing. It's not gonna be Detroit. It's not gonna be Chicago. It's not gonna be none of the cities that I always be in. As DT girl, I love the crab cakes. Kind of Baltimore, you gotta chill. Your favorite white mod, me. I show all good. Yes, I want to do 2-hour videos make money. 2 hours. That's I don't have no attention span to make a 2-hour video. If I make a 2-hour video, it would just be me looking at the camera. If I make a 2-hour video, it would probably be one of my lives. That's it. I'm from Chicago, but yes, I want to go. I want to do it in Baltimore, but I'm just Baltimore. It's actually not difficult. Yes, but I want to do one day in Baltimore. Crab cakes. My main thing is I want to focus on one thing. That just makes it so much better to focus on one thing. And I don't know, what is Baltimore known for? What I want to do in Baltimore is I do want to get some crab cakes, and I do want to get a cheesesteak. That's the two things I kind of want to focus on for Baltimore. Could be one to go to grocery store with buffets in Chicago when I visit this summer. 2 hours? Oh, never mind. I guess I won't never make no money. Who finna say? I don't have nothing. I'm not interested enough for a 2-hour vlog. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not interested enough for that. And I need to be able. The thing about Atlanta, it was so nice, is because I was able to get to all of these places, and I'd be like, "Dang, you can't do stuff like that in Chicago." I would have never made it to 7 wing spots in 5 hours in Chicago. Like, it would have never happened. Like, I would have been driving all day. I thought seafood was the best. Only, yeah, I want a crab cake and I want a Philly steak. I mean, I'm not. People don't be understanding. I be like, I be wanting to make the content for myself. I be wanting to make the content for myself. Yes, I saw the dirty noodles things. I saw the dirty noodles thing, but I don't want that. That looks weird. Do top notch next time. Chicago is a burger joint. Okay, I think I heard of that. I think I heard of that. I should do like a little burger thing. But my thing is, y'all, I don't like lying. And I'd be like, you know what? In 2026, I was like, should I start lying? Should I start lying? Because low key, when I like something, it'd be really hard for you to top for me to top that. It'd be really hard for me to top that. So like when it comes to burgers, I think All Cheval is the best burger. I think All Cheval is the best burger. I think it'd be so hard to top that type of stuff. And then if I just go and get like all the little burgers, all the little hot spots, y'all know the same fast spots that everybody talk about, Hansel Gretel. Y'all know. I'm like, I know I'm not gonna like it. I know I'm not gonna like it. So I'm like, oh my god. So I'm like, do y'all want me to sit here and lie to y'all? Cause I can go to all them spots and I'm be like, no, All Cheval is still better. Did you actually eat a roach? I said I had the opportunity to eat a roach. No, I did not eat the roach. I wanted to though. I was scared. In Baltimore, we known for our corned beef sandwiches, cheesesteak, seafood, Chinese food, and yakame. Okay, I want the cheesesteaks and a crab cake. That's all I want. Willingly picking up lying as a habit is out of line. I'm just saying. No, don't lie. I just like, okay, so we was talking about burgers since it was like top notch. And I'm like, okay. But I mean, again, I guess everything doesn't have to be the best. That doesn't have to be the rhetoric of the conversation. But it just be like when I know I can get better, I don't be wanting to taste nothing else. I be wanting to try new stuff. I be want to try new stuff. Go to China, do it for review. I'm good. I'm good. I heard the Chinese food out in China not even all that. They say that shit not the same. But ain't no way. But I was like, ain't no way, LOL, I'm glad. Ain't no way what? Did you just fart? No, I didn't. Are you still in Atlanta? No, I'm at home now. If you see this little white headboard, this is my home. When you come to Baltimore, I live close by the airport. I'm trying to do this little thing where I do like the 1 day trip once a month. So, but the thing about it is, dang, February already a month that I feel like I can't go because y'all know, like again, like I said, my birthday. It's my birthday, then it's Valentine's Day, and then the week after Valentine's Day, it's my friend's son's birthday. So I gotta go hang out with her. And then like I could potentially do it the last weekend in February. But it's like I need to get closer to that date to know if I can do it. Like that's the only available weekend I have in February is that last one. Have you tried? No, I haven't. I need to though. I need to get back on my core content, which is or my one of my core content pillars, which is Chicago's classics, and I thought it was Albano's. Is that what you're talking about? The Albano's is it's like a pizza and Italian beef spot, right? So should I get you from? We gonna see. I ain't gonna hold you. We gonna see. People hating on your pancakes. They were solid. Yeah. And so look, this is the logic. This is okay. It's two types of it's real life and then it's internet comment logic. So they like, okay, those are McDonald's pancakes. Those are IHOP pancakes. Those are the pancakes I get when I go outside. So you're telling me you'll pay to eat these, but you won't make them yourself. Where is the logic in that, boo? Where is the logic in that? And I guess they thought that they were being like, no, I need my crispy edges. These are the type pancake. These are IHOP. Don't you be at IHOP? Don't you eat IHOP? I don't know about McDonald's, but I don't care what nobody say. People, McDonald's, people go there. So they like, oh, those are McDonald's pancakes. If somebody said that means they know how McDonald's pancakes look. So that means they pay money. They pay money to get those pancakes, but they wouldn't cook them at home. Cook and have people rate your favorite food. I'm okay. That's the thing. Again, it's real life and then it's social media comments things. So like, people still on that video of me at the football game and they like, oh, you didn't go for the game. How did you eat all of this? What was the point of you doing this? I'm like, damn, this is my career. This is my career. My Christmas dinner was good. Oh yeah, they were talking about the mac and cheese was burnt. Oh brother, that was funny. That was funny. At the end of the day, y'all, it's at the end of the day, y'all, it's all engagement. It's all engagement. I don't mind it. But one thing I cannot do as a creator, and you know what, a lot of people advise against this, is to like, I cannot stand stupidity. I cannot stand stupidity. The pancakes was, I don't really care about the pancakes now. The pancakes is funny. The pancakes is 100% funny because I am aware that people like their pancakes with the butter and stuff like that. But the logic is, it's like, okay, when people start saying it's like, okay, they be like, oh, those are IHOP. Don't nobody want them IHOP McDonald's pancakes. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Or like the people saying, it's like, oh, I'll eat them outside. I'll pay to eat them, but I won't make them at home. Like that logic pisses me off. Like, that's all fun, but like, okay, certain stuff like in my comments and stuff like that, I want to shut up so bad. I really do. Like y'all don't understand how much I want to ignore them comments, but I cannot stand stupidity. So like the thing with the rice in the bag. The same thing with like the rice in the bag and like people like, oh my God, why are you eating out of the bag? Okay, I knew I knew what the comments was gonna be like, but once I'm like, okay, so we eat out of bags for seafood, I thought that would get people. But no, they like, no, you can't compare. That's where I stop at. That's where I stop at. Because what do you mean you can't compare? I understand it's a new concept and it's like you probably don't see it as common, but when y'all start saying like, oh no, you can't compare this. Why? It's food in the bag. You eat at the end of the day, you eat food out of a bag. Like you eat food out of a bag. I don't care how you try to twist it around. You eat food out of a bag. And so like those little things is the stuff. Like y'all always want to ask me like, where your husband at? I don't think I could ever have a husband. I don't think I could ever have a husband, y'all, because that's the type of stuff we get. Like I get into it with any man about. And men don't like to be challenged when it comes to like logical things. They want to be seen as smart. And then if you do that, you the difficult black woman, which I never gave a fuck. Like I'm actually really difficult. I'm like, I don't understand why a lot of women fight that stereotype. Like I'm actually really difficult. So, but yeah, like I just could never do it. I just could never do it. Cause we not about to do that. Like them little internet logics that men like to like uphold, and when you just break it down, I yeah, I just can't do it. So like people don't like the idea of like rice in a bag, but then when you show them, they're like, okay, so I would never eat rice in a bag. But I'm like, okay, but you eat food out of a bag. You eat food out of a bag. They don't get it. When you're from Chicago, you grew up eating out of a bag. Somebody went as far. I saw this comment. She said, I don't eat nothing out of a bag. Even chips. I pour my chips out and eat my chips. I was like, oh, okay. Don't have a Adam type of argument. No, I feel like I ain't say I used to date. I used to mess around with this man. I wouldn't call him a doctor. He is a PhD. I don't think he even finished his PhD, to be honest. But he low key figured out a way to call himself a doctor. So in my head, he was pretty. And I understand that schooling does not mean he's smart, but that's actually his career because he works for the university. He works for a university. So let's just say he got some type of talent. He is going to find a way to have like a logical, because like you could be like the smartest man, but you know what? At the end of it, it's the patriarchy, and they're going to always want to argue about that, even because that's not always logical. But to them, it is. So when you argue against when you go against it, it creates an argument. They want you rest in the bed, but they don't watch their meat. My grandma used to cook. And then you know what I didn't think about until somebody had posted? They was like, it's literally a thing called rice in a bag. Cause I don't eat rice in a bag. Like I just cook my rice normal. And I was like, you fucking right. There is a thing called rice in a bag. Like you just put the rice in the bag. You put the rice in the microwave and then you warm up the bag and then the rice warms up. I didn't even think about that. And that's a whole company that makes millions of dollars. It's called rice in a bag. So yeah, how do you have a phone in there? Which is different from men. Rice comes in a bag though. Shit, I didn't even think about that. Rice do come in a bag. Rice do come in a bag. Rice do come in a bag. And what else? Okay, so about the spicy bowl thing. The spicy bowl, okay, the spicy bowl was another engagement thing where I'm not taking too much of the comments serious. But okay, this is the thing. So people like, okay, that's a seafood boil in a cup. And then at the same time, they like, what was the logic? Cause it just be like the logic people saying it's like, okay, you accept it this way, but then you see my thing and then you want to fight against it. And so that's like the stuff that I just cannot help but to say stuff. And I know I should not. I know I should not engage in it. But honestly, I just can't. I just like no. I have a strict no dumbass policy on my page, and I'm sorry. No, it was that spot. Literally said that in the video. I said this shit was so fucking hot. I couldn't even taste it. And then when I put it over my crab legs, it still was hot. It still was hot as fuck. Hi, I'm from Sri Lanka. I used to work with this guy at the cafeteria when I was in college, and he was from Sri Lanka. So she used to always tell me about that. That's how I learned how to pronounce it. Let me do a review with you. I'm a photographer in Chicago. Okay, I see about that. I haven't had any. What's on my radar? What's on my radar? I'm not gonna lie. It's not gonna be too many food reviews between now and like after I come back from my vacation, because I'm trying to think, what do I have to do this week? I gotta do a video. I got some sauces. I got some sauces from this guy that I went to high school with. So I really want to do a video on that. What is the name of those sauces? They're really good. I've had it before. It's like a Nigerian sauce. It kind of tastes like the sauce that they would put on jollof rice. So that's really good. And what else? It's probably gonna be more lifestyle content because I'm supposed to be going to the Bulls game or something. You had a rough day. I did have a rough day. I did have a rough day. Thank you for noticing. I should look better tomorrow. When I go to the gym. I feel like the days I go to the gym I look better. And y'all, I feel like I have an inflamed gum right now and it's really pissing me off. It's kind of making me sad because I'm like, I do not want to have to go to the dentist before I go to I do not want to have to go to the dentist before I go to on my vacation, but I feel like I might have to have an emergency dentist. Like it's like sensitive. It's not swollen or nothing. It's like my gum. It's like I have like it's like a really, really painful gum. And I was looking up on Google and they was saying I've been fucking around with them goddamn floss sticks. I've been fucking around with them goddamn floss sticks. And I know that's what it is. Cause I've been like extra flossing because when did I go to the doctor? I went to the doctor in December. And so like ever since December, every time you get your checkup, you got to be extra good for like the next couple weeks. So I've been extra good with my flossing. And I think I've been flossing too hard. And now my gum is inflamed and it really hurts. Are you going to the Shy Boat Party? I don't know what that is. But if you mean Black Yacht Festival, I'm trying to get some special mouse back in ice pack. Yes, and it's been hurting for the last few days. And so I've been dealing with that. But every time y'all give me some advice on this. Every time I leave my house. So first this happened when I went to I forgot when the fuck I was at. But every time I leave my house, my what do you call it? Smoke detector gargle with warm. Yes, I did that. I did that before I got on live, the salt water. And so then next I got to do the peroxide. Before I go to sleep when I get off live in a few minutes, I got to do peroxide and the salt. But I just started with salt water last night. And that's actually has been helping. I was like, damn, should I have been doing it? Because when it had first, gums be like short, slow moving. Like at first it just feel painful and you think it's gonna go away and then it kind of get worse. And then like now I've been feeling it since like Friday. Was it Friday? I'm feeling, and then I started with the salt water last night, and then I did salt water before I got on live, and then I'm going to do the peroxide after, because that's what Google said. Hopefully, I feel better by the end of the week. What was I just looking at? Something sent to my email. Being on YouTube is so annoying. You get so many spam. You get so many spam. So much spam off YouTube. Like spam emails. It kind of get frustrating. And I feel like they all come from YouTube. Y'all know what's been the next comment that's been pissing me off so much when it comes to like the spicy bowl? It's like people's like, you know, you could have made that yourself. And I want you look so really because like somebody said I look like I had a rough day. I'll be 33 in 10 days. No, I get that a lot. I'm like, damn. I feel like I never had to my core. I know people have worse problems, but to my core, I hate what the pandemic did because I was 25 and then I still never got to go to like my phase where I act dumb because it's too late now. You know, my 20s, my last years in my 20s, but drink some tea, still thyme, oregano, antiviral. So honeys too. For inflamed gum, that works for an inflamed gum. Oh yeah, but like with the spicy bowl, like the comments that I've been seeing, it's like they like, you know, you could have made it yourself. And I want people to get out of this thing of doing things themselves. I'm sorry, like I feel like if you don't specialize in a certain thing, that you should just pay for it. You should just I do like if you really want to try, like if I really wanted to make spicy bowls, like I could sit there, learn, research, gather all the ingredients, you know, all that, and then make it. But no, as a person who is a casual, just casually intrigued by spicy bowls, why would I sit there and try to spend money to try to make it when I could just buy it? I'll be there for Mother's Days for Mother daughter trip. What about support? Right? Yes. Also support Illinois bird watching. Support small businesses. You're right. And I just be like, man, I'd be like, y'all really upset over $50. Like, $50 ain't that deep, man. People spend that on DoorDash every day. And the food be nasty. And the food be nasty. Y'all want to know the nastiest shit that I ever had? I be saying I'm not gonna make videos, but I ain't never say I was never gonna get on live and talk this shit. Last year, the damn, it was not last year, it was 2024. Oh my gosh. 2024 and 2025 just flew by. I agree because I made some Chinese food. Took me all day. Bro, yes. They like, you could have made it yourself for cheap. Man, anybody could do that shit and then. Bro, I cannot stand washing dishes. I cannot stand washing dishes. I'm not gonna do that shit, man. Like, fuck you talking about, man. Here, take this little money. Take this little money. Our trip left $50 off. Mother's Day is a good I feel like it's a good time to be here. Hopefully, unless it doesn't rain. If it doesn't rain. But I guess even then, you know what? Because you know what? I'm so scarred from Beyonce concert last year. You know, she didn't brought her ass up in here in May. It was cold as motherfucker. Like May could be still a little chilly. Not too chilly. It'll be like 50, but you know, you like, damn, I want some nice because it could be funny because on her first concert was 80 degrees, but it rained. The last one was 50 degrees. So it was dry, but it was cold. But you know, y'all know what I notice as I'm getting into content is that when people be saying like they be like, okay, what is it to do? So like, so for my birthday, I'm going to St. Martin. And you know, obviously, you know, y'all know how these algorithms work. It's gonna show me a whole bunch of stuff to do in St. Martin. And I noticed that like when people make them little videos like of things to do in like places, when it's a lot of food, that be meaning it don't be nothing to do. Like when they be like a lot of the suggestions be food, it be meaning it don't be nothing to do. Kinfolk, can you loan me $2 till November? Hey. Um, and when people be asking me like what's to do in Chicago, I be like, I don't know. What is it to do in Chicago? I be like, okay, it's like the tourist stuff to do in Chicago, but I be like, you be asking a native. As a native, I don't be thinking it's stuff to do, but it's like, is it stuff to do? Like, I mean, I guess you can go to like a basketball game. I mean, is basketball around? Basketball is around in May. Is it? No, it's the playoffs, which Chicago won't be in. I think we got a baseball game. And then then a lot of, if you even think about it, like when you see like videos of Chicago, they're like, okay, this is everything we did. They'll do a few things, but a lot of it do be food based. So I do think, and this is not a thing about Chicago. I feel like it's not nothing to do in like most places. It's not nothing to do. It's stuff to eat. If you take out all of the food, if you take out all of the food, take out all of the food options, and say what would be left. You could take like the little river tour, and you could take like the bus. But who the fuck want to do that? I have never went to a city and wanted to get on the bus like what they call it, the big bus around town. Food and concerts. That's just the concert here. No, that's just the concert here. Food don't count. Cause food, obviously, food gonna be here. When people be asking me what's to do, I'm like, baby, I can give you some food recommendations. That's about it. And then like when it's that stuff to do, that's on an ad hoc basis. That's on an ad hoc basis. I guess you can't go to the museums and stuff like that, but I don't know. I don't be thinking that because I feel like we don't. I ain't gonna say we don't have good museums. The aquarium, not all that. The Museum of Science and Industry, like I feel like if you got a special, unless it's a special exhibit, it's pretty boring to me. But you're right, people do like that stuff. So let me shut the fuck up. I personally love DC's museum. Obviously, I love the African American History Museum. When I went to like the Museum of the Bible. I think that was it. The Museum of the Bible, and that was really interesting. And it was like a whole bunch of other museums like I could have went into. Like I would have loved those. But Chicago museums, I'd be like, all right, maybe because I've been going for 30 years, so shit. I don't know. Let me shut the fuck up then. Let me shut the fuck up. Maybe it is something to do. Maybe yes, I love the Museum of Science Industry, but that's when they have like a nice exhibit. Cause like the regular stuff, I'm like, damn, I've been seeing this since I was 6. I've been coming here since I was in 1st grade. The Sears Tower. Oh, I guess. Again, let me shut the fuck up. I've been there before. That ain't. I guess. If I was like, cause I guess they got like an equivalent in New York, and I just be like, I don't want to do that shit. When I go, I don't want to do that shit. Like I seen it. I seen it when I walked past it, or when the bus went road past. I don't want to see a big ass building. But yeah, let me shut the fuck up. Maybe that people just want to do. So you got the Sears Tower. Somebody commented on one of my videos when I was in Atlanta. When I was going to Atlanta, she showed me a video of me at the tea time, the tea around town party bus. And she was like, "Yes, I'm gonna take my mom." Oh, that's what she was saying. She was taking her mom for Mother's Day. So that was cool. Where you going to eat at tomorrow? I don't know. I have a busy day tomorrow. I gotta go mess with my sister, and y'all got a little family little problems that I ain't been dealing with a motherfucking thing, to be honest, because I don't do family problems, but sometimes off association, I gotta deal with some BS. I gotta go be around my sister tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm gonna get to a restaurant. There is a restaurant that I want to go to in Gary. My sister lives in Indiana, and so like it's my excuse to be over there. It's my excuse to be over there. But I think by the time I like mess with her, it's gonna be too early because I don't think the restaurant open that early. Like I'm going to see my sister at like 10 o'clock. Do you go to any sporting events? Yes, I do. I just went to the Bears game. I'm going to the Bulls game. What was your worst tasting? Oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna tell y'all. What's my worst tasting meal? I don't know. I feel like I've had nasty stuff here and there. But let me tell you. So this was 2024. I had like a $50 credit, I think. $50 credit, $35 credit. The T bus coming in LA. I'm thinking about trying it. But LA is yeah, because they're supposed to go around like downtown and stuff, and then they just tell you historical facts about LA. But I hear LA downtown is pretty like small and stuff. So I wonder where the bus gonna go. And then the traffic in LA, y'all gonna be on that goddamn bus. You gonna be in that bus for 2 hours. I guess it is 2 hours, but it's supposed to be like 80 minutes. Doing nasty versus good food review too. I'm not doing that, y'all. Y'all got to get that out y'all head. I'm not doing no nasty. I'm not doing it because it's like I already be knowing. I don't eat like I don't want to. That's not enjoyable for me to eat nasty food. But if I get the nasty food, yeah. So I had a $50 credit. And so I asked my Instagram, I said, who got the best jerk oxtail? Like who got the best, jerk oxtails in the city? I'm gonna order it on Uber Eats because if you got the Amex Platinum, you get your little $35 in December. Is it 35 or is it 50? I can't remember. It's like a big amount that they give you. So I'm like, I'm gonna use my little credit to do a food review. So I'm like, cool. I love it when I can get my food paid for it. I can do a review. So I'm gonna use my Uber credit. I'm gonna use my Uber credit to buy some. So overwhelmingly, overwhelmingly, Jamaican Jerk King. I think that's the name. Whatever the one that's on 35th. 35th and what's that? Calumet, I think. Right off of right next to 35th and King Drive. I don't know if between King Drive and Calumet. Something one of those. Jamaican Jerk King. Nastiest shit I've ever received. Like, they need to be shut down. Shut down. They need to be shut down. I was so fucking mad at that food. And then let me tell you, like, I went to my Instagram, like I had posted the little, you posted a little poll or something. And I think it was a poll because I could only put the options that delivered on Uber Eats. So I did put the options. And I want to say like Jamaican Jerk King got like 40 votes. Everybody else got like 25. It was other, but I went with I was like, okay, maybe it's good. It got 40 votes. Nasty as fucking shit. I don't know if they just wanted to be funny or what, but I was like, y'all bogus as hell. Like, this shit was like I had to throw it away. I had to throw it away. This was ridiculous. And ever since every time I drive past it, I give them a little grin. They pay for them reviews. Jamaican Jerk King. I actually never seen a review. So when people, they be like, they paid it. I actually never seen a review of that place. I only was able to pick it because that was only places that was able to deliver to me. No, I'm saying do a video of the worst food you've eaten that was trash, and do a video of the best food in 2025. No, people, I said once you get a couple followers, this little food thing become a little drama prone. So I really I stay out of it. If the food not good, I just don't be having nothing to say. Yeah, the employee did. I just don't be having nothing to say when the food be nasty. I stay out of the little drama stuff, especially like when it be, y'all know, like black people and black business. They take. Every day I could say some shit nasty from a white restaurant. That video will not get no views. If I say some shit is nasty at a black restaurant, even though I guess I could, but if I say you say it might get a lot of views, that's not true. Because if I say that if it's like it's a corporate owned, a big chain or a non-black restaurant, if I say that's nasty, nobody cares. Nobody cares. I'm telling you, every time I do, like, if anything, they gon' tell me that I'm wrong. When I said Jay Alexander was terrible. No, you just got the wrong thing. You just got the wrong thing. What else I say was terrible? What was the last thing I said was terrible from a black restaurant? They, yup, isn't it? Yup, you right, you right, you right. So you should took the food back and say this shit is nasty. I should have. You know what? And I say y'all, I don't make videos of like bad restaurants. But it was like some stuff, some stuff I will. Some stuff I will. I don't give a fuck. Cause like it's something you knew that shit was nasty. You still did it on purpose. Something people like, okay, you don't make bad reviews because that maybe they was having a bad day or maybe somebody would like it. Like, no, you knew that shit was fucking nasty and you sent that shit out the door. You should be ashamed of yourself. I really keep it. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Like that tenderism drama. I peeped what was going on there years ago, but the outrage just now arriving. You spending your money. Y'all, plant-based pepper. Do you follow me on Facebook? I got torn to pieces. You know who's a sleeper on the best burger in my opinion? Oh no. Because Au Cheval is the best burger. I don't deal with anything else. Au Cheval is the best burger. I don't be concerned myself, but who? Goodbye. Oh my gosh. But yes, this tenderism thing, y'all, I had got shredded when I had first posted. So when I had learned about it, I'm late. I learned about it through the little TikTok. I learned about it through the little TikTok stuff. And then I was saying like this is the first time a restaurant has been like overwhelmingly trending since I had some money. Cause I ain't really like, y'all know, I was working and then I went full time. And then, I mean, I had money, but it wasn't no money to get on enough to get on a plane and go and check out a particular restaurant. So, I was doing my love research. It was all within this little week. And I had found that the black man didn't own it. And I was like, oh, okay, he don't own it. So I'm like, I don't think it's worth for me to go if, he don't own it. I post that, bro, they slaughtered me in the comments. Slaughtered me. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna leave it alone. They was like, but you on a white man's app. Now you can't support this business. Or I got called every name but a child of God, all because I said I would rather support this. I thought that this man owned it. I figured out he don't. I'm good on paying an excess amount of money. Because let's be real, it would have been at least $1,500. At least $1,500 for me to go. But I'm like, but y'all, again, it's real life. And then there's like internet logic. Because I'm like, people wasn't hearing that part. Like it's at least $1,500 for me as a just a regular food creator to buy a plane ticket, a rental car, a hotel, get my dog boarded, all, and then spend $200 at the restaurant to spend $200 at the restaurant. Now people exactly. Okay, so then that was like the first post. That was the first post, and this was like when it was like trending, like maybe a couple weeks after they started trending. So yes, and I was like, I just didn't think it was worth it. I'm like, he not black. Like, I mean, I'm like, yeah, it's trending, but I'm like, if I was gonna do something like that, like just like hurry up and go, I would love for it to be a black person, especially since like it was a black person doing all the social media thing. Like, I want to do that. I'm like, a white man own it? No, because again, I have a business degree. I have an accountant. I worked in accounting, and so I'm like, okay, I already know how these things go. I already know how these partnerships go. Even as a food creator, I already know how these restaurants really just want to use you to drive business for their pockets. And I'm like, and I just made the post. I was like, okay, yeah. So when you do, yeah. So I had said that. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna leave it alone. I turned the comments off because they got into my ass. So next thing, what was the next thing? Next thing, Keith Lee had went. Keith Lee had went. And he was like, the man couldn't get the money. He wouldn't give him the money. I went all in. And I was like, I've been right. And my point was, okay, obviously the white man owned it. That was not the problem. My thing was, I always know that when there's a partnership between a black person and a non-black person, that black person is always going to be getting the shorter end of the stick. That's why I was like, initially I didn't want to support. It was nothing about like that man being white, like the owner being white. I'm like, I just know, like, no matter what, that black man's gonna be getting the short end of the stick. But you know how we think. You know how we think. He don't want to own it. Everybody don't want to own us black people. We don't want, and that pisses me off in itself. What do you mean? Like, a white man would never think that. They would never usher them words out their mouth like, oh, everybody doesn't want to be an entrepreneur. Everybody doesn't want to have an equitable partnership. They would never do that. And I was like, but the fact that y'all was in my comments saying this, and now it's showing, because when they said, because in the video, Keith Lee was like, I tried to leave the $4,000. They would not let me. I went in because I was like, because like the initial post that they slaughtered me on, they was like, oh, he is an owner. It was like 50-50. He is an owner. He don't want to own a business, or he part owner. They are partnership, blah, 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 blah. I was like, I don't go, but like when Keith Lee, when they told them like he couldn't leave that money, I said that would never happen if he was an owner, if he was a decision maker, if he was a mover, a groover, and a shaker, a decision maker, if he was an owner, if he had an equitable partnership, an equitable interest in that company, that would have never happened. They would have got that man, and he would have got that $4,000. He would have got that motherfucker $4,000. Yes, I know that. I know he's not part owner, but that original post, that's what, because I'm like, I just ain't believe how crazy motherfuckers went in on me for saying that. I'm like, oh yeah. I didn't want to go without her. And that post just went crazy. So when the shit with Keith Lee happened, I'm sorry, I'm petty. I'm pettier than a crackhead. And I don't forget shit. I was like, y'all remember all that shit y'all was talking to me? All that shit y'all was saying in my comments? I'm right, you're wrong. Like, yes, I went in on that post. I don't care. And yes, I'm like, I could see for what it was. I could see for what it was a long time ago. Anytime there's a partnership like that, that black person is not getting an equitable portion. I don't care. Like, I know that. Like, but people, like, they do not want to see no loud, rambunctious black woman be the truth. like first of all, because it's a likability factor, and I probably have developed some haters and stuff like that. They was not going, like they was still slaughtering me, and now it's like drama after drama after drama keep coming out, and it was like, how could y'all not see this? How could you not see this? Like, when, how many times does this have to happen? How many times does it have to happen to us? If it's a black person, especially like if it's somebody who is not like, just really, really over the top. If it's really like, okay, like somebody, not to say not smart, maybe like somebody, a lawyer or something, somebody that's really business forward. If they can take advantage of you, they will. They will. I'm like, and then one of the posts was like, why are you talking about this? I'm like, my career is a food creator. This is all about food content creation. What are you talking about? This is right up my alley. If it's anything for me to talk about, would be this. Like, but yes, you a hater. You hater, no. Anyway, I was like, how could y'all not see that? And that's all I was talking about. Like, that's all I was. Just like, I already knew that it was not a fair partnership, because it never is. It never is. If it's a black person, non-black person, I'm telling you, it's not going to be. If they can figure out a way to take advantage of you, they will. First of all, let's be real. In any partnership, if a motherfucker can fit, because let me remove the race out of it, since y'all say everything about race. Let's be real. If it's any partnership, if a person can figure out a way to take advantage of you, they will. But especially if it's a power dynamics with a white man, or a lighter viewed man versus an older black man. Come on. Like, I knew that. Like, once I had learned that who the owner versus who was the social media personality, I was like, fuck it. My we sick mentality has to go in 2026. Still happening. He's older. I know he's seen for himself. So why allow yourself to be used? I think, like, and again, I guess that's what a lot of comments were saying. They was like, oh, he's happy doing what he wants to do. And I do think, like, once you get a certain age, all that stuff doesn't matter. I will say that. But, and he might truly be happy. My thing was, I just said I didn't want to go. And so that's why I was going so hard. Because one thing is, I do not like people taking like puns at my intelligence. Because I'm sorry. Like, I know I'm not the brightest, but hey, I can peep some shit. I can peep some shit. Like, it's never given. It's never given like unintelligent. And so that's why I kept making posts about it. Cause I'm like, cause y'all came at me like this was not clear as day. It's like, y'all, like, we have to get back to reading books. We have to get back to reading books. We have to get back to having, intellectual discussions about stuff, so we can understand when these types of things are happening. So maybe some people might very well be happy. Some people might just be playing a little system. Maybe they just, maybe this is something that can happen on your journey to something better. But we still have to understand. We still have to be able to identify these situations. And I just feel like they was going in on me, like they just wasn't seeing it. I was like, y'all just not seeing it. Chicago people BS from a mile away, but these LA people different. And I think, yeah, most of my following is Chicago. So you know what? In my head, it was Chicago people doing it. Devil come too late. I have to get back to reading books. Too late for that. But not anymore. He sits back with his hand out. Wipe your nose. No, I just need to go to what you call it. You are not. They just didn't want to see it. Yeah. And then, like, so I just saw a post, like, I follow this girl, she's a creator out of LA, and she was saying that she, because a lot of creators was going. And then, she does have a personality of being fun and flirty, but it was so funny because she was like, yeah, this happened back in December, this happened back in November when it was trending. She went, because a lot of the creators were flocking there because they wanted that engagement. And she was like, she said that she made the post, and the owner's wife messaged her and was saying that she was a hoe and she was a slut because she was running up on her man, she was hugging her. She said she made the post, and then she tagged, or she what do you call it, collabed Destination Smokehouse. And she was just like, yeah, like, she called me all types of names in my DMs. She's like, this is the owner's wife. He's working for money. Why pass the 4K? That's not an entrepreneur thinking, but that's an employee thought process. Exactly. Well, yes, he's an employee. What do you mean? But yeah, so she was like, that's what happened. And I was like, okay, not obviously this is not directly tied to like the situation I was talking about, because this just sounds like his jealous wife. But it shows you how they are willing to treat black people who they feel that are just deemed as like entertainment. Because she said that she said she was a hoe. She said she was like rubbing up on her husband. And she showed the video. Like she gave her, you know how you give a hug to a man that you really, like you take them titties, you make sure them titties don't touch that man. And she gave him like the brother hug. She gave him a brother hug. Like she gave him a very appropriate hug. And she said his wife messaged her cursing her out. I would expose that so fast. I don't know how people be doing that. And she was like, oh no, now since all of this stuff is coming out, let me tell my story. I ain't gonna lie, I can't stand when people do that. Cause I would be singing like a motherfucking canary. I would have been like, first day she posted, social day she spent, I would have like, stop going to this motherfucking restaurant. I know this hoe ain't called me no hoe. But she was like, I just left it up and blah, blah, blah. She was like, but they okay with using our influence, which is going back to the thing, like how they're okay with using your influence. Again, as a creator, not to say I've been in the game long enough, as a creator, somebody who's worked in, the corporate world, the microaggressions, babes, they're never going to see you as equal. They're never going to see you as equal. Like, I already knew what it was. But again, nobody wanted to hear it from me. And I was like, dang, do y'all not like me? Because you know what? People be agreeing with people who they like, and they disagree with people who they don't like. And oh my God, that's how that's when I learned. I was like, oh, y'all really do not like me up in this bitch. Y'all really do not like me, because again, like, it was clear as day. Like, the people who even making a post about it, people even making post about it ain't even making no like in depth. They just like, oh yeah, like this shit bogus as hell. I was like, I said the same thing. I didn't say anything against this man. I was like, in partnerships like that, the black people usually don't receiving an equitable partnership, an equitable piece of the pie. Shit, look at me talking too fast. I'm giving myself the hiccups. I saw this post that said when you keep water next to the bed, it's like it brings like bad aura to your life or something, or like, so you shouldn't keep water next to y'all bed. Do y'all believe that? Water. No. Hell no. Every day I learn a superstition. I learn like a new superstition. Water in the middle of the night is so good. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm starting to become like a little kid or whatever. I can't be drinking no water too late, cause then I be having to pee, and I don't like having to wake up to pee. I don't like that. This was the first date night of the year, and this was the first date night of the year, and yeah, exactly. You read the history, enslaved ancestor. It was happening since the beginning of time. Yes, that's what I'm saying. We need to get back. We, what difference? Okay, like you say. Okay, so slavery. What comes after that? Jim Crow. And what one of my things is um or the civil rights era. One of my big examples of it is like when they integrated, when they was allowing, black people to integrate the sports and stuff like that. Like, yes, yes, if they can use you for an entertainment piece, they will do that. What goes further than that? all of those, think about all of the movies we saw, the Temptations, like all that shit we saw, like when they was just receiving bad business deals. Again, these what they will use you for entertainment pieces. They will use you for entertainment, for traffic, for to drive traffic, to drive monetary traffic, especially in the entertainment world. There's no different. And then just what is the big entertainment now? It's content. It is content. That's why I was like, it was clear as day. How could we could but again, we don't read history. We don't read history. And then half the comments, oh, everything is about race. Yes, they've been showing us that they are willing. They are showing us that they are willing to take advantage of us for monetary gain. If we can provide the entertainment piece and get a small piece of the pie. I read the book, yes, use you for their advantage but disguise us like it's for us. Yes, oh my gosh. I read the book, what is it? I've been reading the Robert Greene books, and I'm not gonna lie, they all starting to like come together because, and I want to say it's strategies of war. I want to say it's strategies of war. And it was saying, how to keep your, strategies of war is basically, how to be basically a lot of them uses strategies of war, but how to deal with it, how to apply it in your day-to-day life. And one of the big things was you always make sure you keep a man's belly full, but you never give him too much, because if you give him too much, he gets lazy. And that type of thinking, I'm like, that's what it is. Like, and that's what that's honestly what America does to us. Let's be real. They keep us full, but not too much though, because when you do too much, you motherfuckers don't want to work. So again, how could not people not see this applying? Sports, entertainment, anything else. They claim your DEI. Yes, yes. We're kind of every race, but not the same for us. Yes. And so that's why it's be so crazy. Like when people was in my comments, like just going in on me, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like they just like, that's y'all problem. You support every other white man. You shop on Amazon. You on a white man's app, and I was just like, God damn, like. And these were my people. I could see if it was somebody. No, these was my peoples. These was my peoples. How's your EBT? Right before I got on live, actually when I was on live, right before I got on live, I saw this video. This girl said she had to pay $14,000 back to the government for stealing EBT. And in the video, she kept saying, she's like, I always received EBT. We know what to put on the application. I said, we do? How? What do we put on the application? And then she was like, yeah, for 6 years I was getting EBT. For 6 years I was getting EBT and I was working. And I was just, she was just saying this, but she said they caught her and she had to pay it back. And one thing she kept saying in the video, which was hilarious, she said, she's like, well, I got food stamps, but they wanted cash back. Oh my gosh. And you know what? I clicked on her page. And she was from Chicago. Right, bro, this shit was funny as hell. And I was just like, I was trying to understand the logic. But what I was telling somebody the other day? I was like, yeah, people really don't be thinking that they should pay for food. Like, a lot of people do not think that they should pay for food. They really think that the government should pay for food. And another thing, like, people do not, like, it's a lot of people on this American soil, on this American soil, that feel like that they should not have to pay for food or housing. And low key, and I was just saying, like, when you low key raised like that, like in that welfare state of mind, a lot of people be saying, how people be poor and they be like, I don't want to get on welfare and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie, now that I'm seeing it, like the after effects of it, people, yeah, like it really does trickle down. It really does trickle down. Like, you have a lot of people who feel like, I do not want to pay cash for food. They be like, no, that is what a EBT card is for. Like, they refuse to pay cash for food, or they be mad when they have to pay cash for food. And I know, yeah, I ain't even trying to get into it. They be like, you just own black people. Now, no, this has nothing to do with black people. This is a lot of people. This ain't got white people, black people, blue people, and which I'll say it ain't. I don't see color in this. I don't, because this is multiple people. They feel like they should not have to pay for housing or food. Like, do the ones personally I know, yes, they do are black. But I know some people that know some people that these people ain't black and they think the exact same way. Like their whole motive is to see how much money they can get from the government. And I just and then okay, so they're like, that's fine, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. But it's just like that mindset trickles down into their kids. Like I be seeing kids like that now, or like now they're like older, young adults, really, if we being honest, like they in their 20s now, and they think the same thing. Who got something for sale? Who got something for sale? Cause I ain't never say I don't bound. I support businesses with cash. I support. I support. Who got them? I stopped getting linked 2 years ago, and near daily I be wanting. I mean, shit, we always gonna want them. We always gonna want them. But no. Okay, like this is the extreme I'm talking about. Like they will damn near not eat nothing. They will damn near not eat nothing. Cause they like, I feel like I shouldn't have to pay for food. So they damn near just won't buy nothing to eat. That is the extreme I'm talking about. If we let them pay for the food, they would have the full choice. I'd prefer to choose. You can, I'm about to say now, I guess all them states be saying you can't get cookies and candies and stuff like that. That is kind of I don't know. It's messed up, but yeah. You know what's so funny? I was talking about like it was this post they was talking about Bronzeville. So Bronzeville is like it's a town, it's like a community in Chicago on the south side, and they have, they have some really, the home value in the area is really really nice. I saw a lady, she was talking about like, but Bronzeville doesn't have any businesses. We don't have any revenue producing businesses, and not we, but Bronzeville doesn't have revenue producing businesses like they have, but they have really really nice homes. But they like, it doesn't match. Like if you have good homes, you really should have good schools and good businesses to follow it. It's like, how are you asking people to pay upwards to 500 to $1 million for a house? Because that is the home value. That is the average home value, like $500,000-$600,000 in Bronzeville. So she was saying that. And I was telling somebody about it, and they was like, "Oh, well, they got the grocery stores and stuff like that." And do you know one thing about it? Like, I understand that access to fresh fruits and veggies and food deserts is a really important thing, but and food quality and all that. I understand that is what you call. But I'm like, we as black people, because Bronzeville is a mainly black community too. It's a well-to-do working class community, black community in Chicago, on the south side of Chicago. When y'all say we don't have no good neighborhoods on the south side. Anyway, and stop saying Had Park. Cause we ain't talking about Had Park. Bronzeville, Beverly, Woodlawn. Come on, let's Woodlawn. Give Woodlawn 24 months. Get that library up and running. Woodlawn gonna be part of it. But anyway, back to Bronzeville. So we was talking about the grocery stores, and I was like, we need to get out of this motherfucking grocery store thing. Cause you know what? We too fucking fat any fucking way. We too fucking fat anyway. We don't need no more grocery stores. What we need to do is stay out of the motherfucking grocery stores. Like Bronzeville does have two grocery stores. They have a Jewel's and they have a Mariano's. And then I guess they got like some other stuff too, like smaller grocery stores. Like, so they don't have no food deserts. So I'm like, we need, or Bronzeville needs like like a department store, a hotel, something revenue producing. And it not need to be no goddamn grocery store. We don't need to be in the grocery stores is fine. Two grocery stores is fine. Two major grocery stores is fine. We need to stay out of the fucking grocery store. That's why we big as shit. You know how to cook with them food stamps because you can't buy hot food with them. You have to know how to cook with them food stamps because you can't buy hot food with them. But every time I be seeing like when people be talking about like their communities and stuff, they be like, we need a grocery store. No, the fuck you don't. You don't need no fucking grocery store. You don't need no fucking grocery store. It is nothing that you need to be up in the grocery store for it that much any fucking way. That's why we big, because you know what? We have a plethora of grocery stores. We need a department store so we can spend all our money on other stuff. That's not food. Because we just getting big. We spent enough on the food. Give us a grocery store. Give us a Target or Walmart so we can spend our money on other stuff. So we won't have enough money for food. Because we don't need no more food. As I've been, eating better and stuff like that, losing weight, you really do see that we eat too much. And I don't care what you see me eat on this platform on like a daily day-to-day basis. Like, oh, today, what I have today. So I woke up, like this is like kind of my me. I woke up, I have a bottle of water, and then I'll have my smoothie. I put I have a lot of berries because I try to get a lot of fiber in, a lot of berries, spinach, bananas, stuff like that. And then I'll eat some cheese. I'll probably have like a cheese stick with the smoothie, and then I have cheese stick for like in between. And then I might have like some crackers or something, and then I'll eat my dinner at night. And then that's it. And I drink water throughout the day, and then I eat my dinner at night, which is usually either salmon, spinach, and red skin potatoes or rice, or I'll eat air fried chicken wings, spinach. I've been trying to get more vegetables, so I have broccoli, carrots, and red skin potatoes. That be it. Like that's all you need. And I'm full, like I'm full. And then I'll have like some fruit. I'll have some fruit after. Or I have some fruit throughout the day. But then that be it. Like that's like a couple things that I like when I go to the grocery store, I only need to buy like a couple things. I need to buy the berries, the meat, and the spinach. Like it don't be no reason we need to be up in them grocery stores every fucking day. I love spinach. Girl, oh my gosh, y'all. I am a spinach. I am a spinach. I am a spinachaholic. Like as I've been eating better, I've been eating spinach for like maybe a couple months, and I'm so addicted to it. I'd be like, oh my God, I cannot wait when we come home and get that spinach. Like, I saute it in some olive oil and some salt and pepper, and this should be good as fuck. If you could only eat in one place in Chicago forever, what would it be? I don't know. Mm, y'all make me nervous with that question. I get nervous when I have to do the same thing over and over and over again. Besides, brush my teeth and wash my ass. Um, mm-mm. I don't know if I like anything that much to keep having it forever and ever. It would have to be a variety. Maybe Juanita's, because she got everything. That stuff makes me nervous. Thank you, M Room. When you came to Atlanta, I was there Saturday. Flight got pushed back 2 hours, but I made it Saturday and I left Sunday. One of my favorite flights is the Chicago to Atlanta. You hit more wing spots than me. So funny. So I why somebody on my post said I lived in Atlanta all my life and I never heard of the local. And I'd be like, why do y'all be telling me that? And then I'd be wondering, like, how do y'all be going through y'all whole life and never hearing of a restaurant like or like not to say that it's the most popular restaurant, but it's like I've heard a lot about it and I don't live there. And it's not like you not on social media because you on social media because you on my page. And so they'll be like, oh, I've lived in Atlanta my whole life and I never heard of the local. And I just be wondering, how do people be so out of the loop on their own city? Like, how do life be to where you just don't know so much stuff? Like when people be like, oh my God, I didn't know the Taste of Chicago was like, because you know how Taste of Chicago been kind of flip-flopping around. Like it's in September, it's in August, it's in July. You know how it's been flip flopping around and stuff like that. Like, and they be like, oh, I didn't even know the Taste of Chicago. I thought they canceled it 10 years ago or before the pandemic. I'm like, how don't you know that? Like, what do you do on a regular basis? And not to say that you need to be looking out for that, but it's like so many stimuli for it, you to see it. They have banners, they have it on the radio, they have it on the billboards. You're on social media. You're on social media. So I know you like, are you not watching the social media? But it's like you didn't see it till you got to my page. Like, what are you doing on a daily day basis? It's all about JR Crickets, yes. Um, the local impossible to get in. Please don't tell me that ain't true because somebody said it's better if you go at nighttime. Because when I go back to Atlanta again, I'm gonna try again. But is it like that every day? Because I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Like maybe I'll just come like an hour before they open and like sit in the car. But I'm not waiting in that line. Is that line like that all the time? I think the biggest issue is that our people are knowledgeable how to eat for their optimal health. It's challenging to access healthy food and lack of awareness in healthy eating. Uh, that too. And that's funny you say that because I remember I remember I had a family member who had some health problems, and then they was trying to they was like they was supposed to be eliminating like a lot of salt from their diet, and so they was looking at seasonings and stuff like that. And she was like, okay, well, let me look at the seasonings to see, because y'all know a lot of seasonings or herbs and spices and stuff have salt in it, and so they were looking into stuff. They were like, okay, let me see what like the type of stuff they got salt, and they were like, do this got salt in it? Do this got salt in it? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Does it say salt in the motherfucker? Like I. Damn thing about their home. They just talk mess. That's crazy. Wani Blue, but yes, yes. And it's like they find my post, they watch my post, and I guess because I'm an engaging creator, and they be like, oh wow, I didn't know nothing about this. What the fuck do you be doing? I mean, I know I'm not the only person you follow on social media. Strange taco in Georgia. I knew there's nothing in Atlanta, so many restaurants. Noonan. What they serve at Noonan? I'm talking to you, beautiful. That's why I ain't asleep. North Carolina is another place that I want to visit. I've been here in North Carolina. Why North Carolina? What? I can never remember if it's whatever. One of the motherfucking Carolinas. One of them, or let's link both y'all together. The Carolinas. Why it is always some drama? It always some internet drama in the Carolinas. I can never remember. Charlotte, where's Charlotte at? It's always in Charlotte. It's wherever Charlotte is at. Is where the drama's at. And I guess it was a food reviewer up there. I don't know if he was visiting or he was living up there, and he was trashing the all the what you call it. He was trashing all the restaurants up in there. I was following that debacle on Facebook. I think that was like what 2 weeks ago. He was the guy with the beard. The beard. I think he had locks in his head. Y'all heard about that in North Carolina? I like Magic City Wings, but don't go up in there no more. Why not? They was showing Posey up in there when I was up in there. They was strict. I was trying to record. No phones. And I was trying to record my little wings. But you know the kitchen. Why nobody tell you that the kitchen is inside the strip club? Like, I know they probably didn't design the club to have a restaurant in there, because they probably designed the club to be a club, and the point of the restaurant is to supplement the club. But it's like now they're opening it up to outsiders because money is money, because strip club don't make no money. And then it's just like come on, why? And so when I went up in there, I really wish I could vlog, but you know what? Vlogging just be so much work. And then I noticed, like, especially when it comes to YouTube, like, you can't talk as much. You got to figure out where you could talk, because people play music everywhere. And so, like, when you YouTube vlogging, if it's any sound in the background, they cutting your video. Isn't that where Brene and the Cure from? Oh, Lord. I don't like the temptation. The temptation for what? The temptation for what? To look at naked women. And then, when I was up in there, so I went up in there, and I will say it was Saturday, but it was like 4 o'clock. Why do men just sit at the strip club? Why do y'all do that? I would be so mad. I mean, let's assume that these men are single men. Let's assume that these men are single men. But it's just like, why are you here in the middle of the day? And then they don't let you sit on the what you call it. They don't let you sit on the what you call it inspiration. That's why I would be so mad if I knew that a guy, if he told me, oh yeah, I'm at the strip club, I'm just sitting here, like, that would be such a turn off for me. But again, let's say, all right, or even if a guy, he was single and we was talking, and he told me he was like because it was when I went up in there, I was going there to order my wings or whatever, and I just saw like a couple guys sitting at the bar, and I don't know if they owned it or what, but I'm like, maybe they was just casual people. And even when I was waiting outside, it was a guy, he was coming in, and it was like, yeah, $10 cover. He sat there, he paid the cover with his credit card. He like, okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my friend from outside. And it was like, I guess it was another guy. And I'm just like, why are y'all at the strip club at 5 o'clock in the afternoon? Yes. Like, and I don't mind strip clubs. I am not, you shouldn't be in there either. You ain't slick. I was getting some food. And actually, it was funny because they was not trying to let me wait up in there. They was like, yeah, order your food. You can wait outside. You can wait outside the door. I was like, all right, period, damn. And then I was like, damn, can I go back up in there to get the food? Because you had to go back up in there and get the food. You had to keep your ID at the front. You had to keep your ID at the front. Like, excuse me, like damn. But again, I'm not one of them women that be like, I don't like the strip club because I love, because we was gonna go back, we was actually gonna go back, but I was tired. I was like, people don't see food content as work, so y'all know, like, again, because people think this is just play. I was like, okay, this was kind of a, I was kind of tired. I went to 5 restaurants. I had went to 5 restaurants because he was like, did you want to go back to the strip club? I saw you have short of eating at Magic City. A short of you eating at Magic City. Yes, we talk about Magic City now. But yeah, so we was gonna go, but so I'm not one of them people that's they had fun like you. You ain't spending no money. That's a lie. I remember when I lived there, I had to go back to the store. Yeah, they had fun like that. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, yeah, so I'm not a person who is opposed to the strip club. I've reposted. Is this deliberate? I did not see the comment. I burned them strip clubs out for years ago. But yes, I'm not, I love me a strip club. Like we would have had to go to the ATM to get some money. Like it would, and then I was like, yeah, I was like, I feel like I just did not feel like going to the club and stuff like that. But so I'll go to the strip club. I don't mind a man going to the strip club, but just to be sitting in there in the middle of the day, it's just it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I feel like you should go to the strip club for its intended purposes, which is to waste money, because that's what the fuck it is. You waste money and you have fun, but in the middle of the day, like if it's like I have nothing better to do. I don't have no really real money. Because again, if you was getting dances and stuff, you could sit at the little seats. But no, you have to sit at the bar if you're not doing anything. So it's like, oh, I just want to sit and look at naked women in the middle of the day. But I don't really have no real money to spend on them. Cause I'm like, I feel like if you're gonna go to strip club any day, spend that money, spend that bread. If you go to strip club any day, spend that bread, spend that dollar, spend that coin. So if you was doing that, then I'm like, okay, you going to strip club for its intended purposes. But to just be sitting there in the middle of the day is so corny to me. I meant to say, I'm from the shower. You came up on my Costco food court. We had a little chit chat. Oh, from the shower. Oh, dudes used to go in there early because they girl wouldn't think that they was doing anything, and the girls be selling. Yes, and yes, I know that. I know that. Valencia, you said you was the one that came into yeah, in Costco. You know what? Some people saying they was like, I didn't know Chicago had Costco's. I lost a right group of listening to you. You lost them IQ points before you listened to me, baby, because you sat there and listened. But yeah, I know that's what they going in there for. But I can't say that because if I say that, they're gonna be like, we just going to drink here. I know they're going in there bad pussy. That's why I was like, if a man would ever told me that, I was like that. I think that would be the corniest thing ever. I would think that would be the corniest thing ever for you to be sitting up in there, like just yeah, not doing anything. But like again, like you said, they go during the day because that's when they be selling. Because at nighttime, the girls are usually working. The girls are usually working, and that means you got to spend that money. So I'm like, see, I like it when the girls be working, like the strippers be working, because it's like a fun time. They dancing, you throwing your little money, but all that sitting in there in the middle of the day is so weird to me. Ain't gonna lie, I bought cat. I bought cat. How much did it cost? How much did it cost? I seen you at Harold Chicken in South Holland. You did. Girls be talking about 5K for box. Oh my gosh. I just saw that post. What's that girl, that dark skinned girl, y'all know who I want to talk about, the dark skinned one. Is she like a porn person or whatever? And they women at work do the wife and don't think no nothing. I be you trying to buy these foods. How much you got? Shit. How much you got? Why you ask me? I hate when y'all ask me to buy stamps. I hate when y'all ask me to buy stamps at the wrong time. At the wrong time. Like, I'm not trying to buy a bulk of food because I'm finna leave in a few days. Like, I'm finna leave in 8 days. And I don't want to, and I only buy fresh food, so I can't have it. It ain't like I can freeze the food. I wish I could have been with you. What's Lawrenceville? Men who be saying that they too good to buy women, I think it's the most hilarious thing. I think it's the most hilarious thing. Call M4456. your mother did not give you enough attention. But you probably a kid anyway, so it don't matter. But men who be like, yeah, I can't bring myself to buy it. I know a lot of men like that. And I be thinking it's so funny because I'm not opposed to men buying, cat. I'm not opposed to men buying cat because I feel like if that's what I feel like if you're not messing with a minor or you're not hurting anybody, I think it's an even transaction. I don't have anything against sex workers or johns if you're doing it responsibly. If you paying for the service, they're providing the service, which is fine. But like when I be hearing about like I can't do it, and I just be like, why do you think you too good to be? And it's not like I just be want to know. I just be want to know. I want to know what the logic is when men be like, but it's like every time it's like 90% of men's logic come from their ego. And so I love pointing that out. And so that's why I always ask, like, oh, I can't bring myself to pay for it. Why not? Why not? Why not? What was that deal? Buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free. It's 50-50. I just be wanting to know, like, because again, another reason why I like that question is because I feel like all men buy buy some cat at one point in their life. Do they do it consistently? Probably not. But have they done it at one time? I believe it. I believe it. So when they be like, I ain't never, I just be like, unless you like just fine as hell, because I do believe that women will just give it to you for free and no point in buying it. But if you ain't all that, I feel like at one point you bought some. He would and probably has, just don't want nobody to know about it. Why? I thought like why y'all be then it's like why you so embarrassed about it? Because it's ego. It's an ego thing. Because if every man do it and then you be like, oh, I'm the man that didn't do it. It's like, okay, are you ashamed or are you proud? Pick one. But again, ego. I'm not bad, no cat. Oh, brother, here y'all go. I ain't saying like y'all do it on a regular basis. I just feel like a lot of people have done it at one point. I'm a guy and I have guys trying to buy something for me. Oh my gosh. I yeah. You know what? I was talking to my trainer, and obviously my trainer is a person with like a fit body, and I was like, yeah, men really understand unwanted attention, sexual assault when they look good. Like those men finally understand it because they get hit on. They get hit on by a lot of gay men, and like they get just very nasty things said to them. They might get approached inappropriately or just talked to very inappropriately, and then magically they start understanding like some of the stuff they say. Like, maybe I shouldn't say that to another person because it's men doing it to them, and I always think that's so funny. Like when they realize that I don't think the right woman will pull it out of me. Pause. It's the oldest and most sustainable profession. So somebody banned it. Period. I know that. I don't be listening. I just like to facilitate the conversation for a good laugh. Like buying a drink and take you out to eat and show some weed is buying some cat. No. When people be saying that, I be like, no, I don't think that's the same. But to men they do because men only do things to get cat. So to them, they think it, but as a woman, I don't think that is the same thing because to do that, to do all of that on my end, because I understand that men are literally doing it to get the cat. So in their minds, I can see why they think that. On the woman end, and yes, maybe that's like a dumb way of thinking about it. I assume we establish. Well, I don't know, because you know what? No, I'm not gonna say that. If you do it that way, some connection has been established. Some connection has been established. Like, and she wanted to do it. You established that connection, and she wanted to do it. Um, and she was like fully aware of doing it. So I don't think that is the same thing. Like to me, on like that end. But to the men, I can see why they think about it that way. Because they literally count that shit up and like, okay, I'm literally spending this money because I want to have sex and I'm gonna rack it up hoping to have sex. So I can see why y'all would think it on y'all end. I'm not ashamed, but before I was married, I was buying cat every week. How much did it cost? Your name Trucker B, so let's be real. We already knew you was buying that shit. So what you saying is you paying her rent, buy her clothes, buy her new car. So what you saying is pay her rent, I didn't say none of that. He just said that. He just said that. I said I don't think that is the same thing. I don't think that is the same thing as like buying cat. I think that that's just normal life. You just established a connection and you guys did something. Bad cat is like a purely transactional thing. Again, but that's why I'm saying, like, on the men's end, I see why they think that, because they, in their mindset, they spent that money to particularly do that. I bought some today. How much did it cost? Pom Pom, are you Caribbean? I never straight up paid for box, but I ain't opposed to it at all. It was 200. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy. You know what? Having a period is kind of annoying. And I guess, having to deliver kids and breastfeed. But I don't know. I don't know if I could be a man, man. I don't know if I could be a man. I can't. $200? Bro, that's a hairstyle. That's a hairstyle. That's some shoes. That's a bill. And you paid it to stick to for 10 minutes? And you know what? I guess. Well, I guess I spend money on food, right? You spent it on something that you enjoyed. What they say, you spent it on that spicy bowl, 200. Oh my God, I cannot be no man. I cannot be no man. Right? I can get my hair done. I can get my hairstyle. Well, no, my hair is gonna be like 350, but 200. Oh my gosh, I beats the chase for nothing. 200 is crazy. Oh my gosh. Me and bad catfish all the time. And okay, again, so $200 for 10 minutes is crazy. Let me tell, so I was just watching this video. This man, he was saying he was creating a new dating app. Let me, y'all, hold on. 2 hours and I prolong it. Uh-oh, you one of those. You one of those. I'll be on 304 TikTok. I'll be on 304 Talk. You one of them customers that want to sit around to make yourself feel better that you just paid to have some companionship. Don't do that. Pay that girl her money and leave. She don't like you. She don't like you. Stop trying to prolong it. She don't care that you fuck good. I'll be watching 304 Talk. They don't like customers like you. Some of these women charge $40 for giving free. No, I be working out.